Steve Bannon's in hot water these days for his ties to Jeffrey Epstein. He was really like one of Jeffrey Epstein's last buddies before he died. I mean, he was, even as everyone else was ditching him, these emails show that he was just like, Jeffrey, we got to do our media training. We got to figure this one out. However, what I look at is a lawsuit filed last week over Bannon's stewardship of the FJBcoin. Now, cryptocurrency. And so this is, if folks remember, fuck Joe Biden, that meme, let's go Brandon. Okay. And so that's what it's based on. And so at one point, a few years back, Bannon and Boris Epstein, who is a sort of similar Trump world figure, they purchased this cryptocurrency and were hoping to ride the meme wave. But the investors say it all went south, and now they're demanding their money back with damages. And they have all these sort of sordid tales to tell.
This coin was stupid. It was stupid for a variety of reasons. One is, who buys a coin that's fuck Joe Biden unless you're like super online? But secondly is the way they structured it, where they like were promising what 8% of the revenue would go to what operating expenses and publicity, and 5% of that would go to charitable contributions. Is that the setup?
It really had no reason to exist. It was started, and then Epstein and Bannon bought it, and they kind of made it look like, oh my gosh, this is going to be like a whole new economy. There's going to be no deflation, all this stuff. And part of that was that there was going to be a 3% transaction fee. So every time you bought something, or with all your stores of FJBcoin, that would go towards kind of managing the coin and promoting it. And the other 5% would go towards charities. And they specifically would say things like the Wounded Warrior Project. So these are like kind of very conservative coded charities about veterans, things like this. But when the investors or the coin holders said, all right, well, can we see where all this kind of extortionate 5% is going? Who are you donating to? They really kind of couldn't. They said, okay, well, I don't know, here's like a $500 check. And I mean, we're talking, this likely would have been in tens of thousands, if not more. Or they would, post a screenshot and the date would be kind of cut off. It was very vague stuff. And so that was one of sort of the initial signs that perhaps something wasn't going right here.